Greetings, bloggers, vloggers, followers, and podders. Dustin here from Dustin's Dynasty, here at you again with another edition of this week's vlog. So it's been a minute since I've came to you and discovered that it is Autism Month, and I am now discovered that I am an autistic man. I have been an autistic man in some capacity, even as a child at the age of 2, living autism throughout my life. I've been had a part-time job. I have a part-time job. I've been doing that for over 16 years. I've been living on my own for over 7. And in the course of the life, I've been doing many things. But one of the biggest things that I've been doing the majority of my adult life is going to a weight loss support group because weight in general is an issue. It's not all the same for autistic people. Oftentimes there's a stereotype that we're all skinny and, we don't eat much. And a lot of times the food that we eat can contribute too, but it can also be the medication as well. And throughout 2023, 2024, and many years before that, I lived in a reality that, I was not adhering to my medication regimen as I needed to be. I was in this state of denial for a long time until it hit hard and I relapsed really big. And now, as I look at the numbers from my blood work recently, and it's getting better and better as time has evolved. And I know it's the right thing to do. But likewise, we have this battle with the food that we have, the things that we want to eat, the things that find us comfort, the things that are easy for us, the things, even as I live independently, that I don't want to put the effort in to cook something or make something just because I can't, even though there's tons and tons and tons of food that is easy to eat, easy to uh, you know, this get done and you eat it. But there's this part of me that always goes for safe foods, as people like to often refer to foods that are comfortable to them, or foods that they know they can eat and they won't get sick on, or they won't have a gag reflux on, those sort of things. For me, fruit can give a gag reflux to me. In some instances, I don't eat no green vegetables as unless it's lettuce, of course. But traditionally, lettuce or peppers, I don't eat, and a lot of green fruit I don't eat. It's just something I don't do. And as it's I think sometimes there was traumatic experiences or whatever, but I have to find things to work in my own way. And when you live independently, as I do, or you go out into the world and you have to control your diet and you have to be mindful of it, it's not always what's at the forefront of your mind. And this isn't only in autistic people, it's in neurotypical people too. But I think it's harder as autistic people because we're so regimented and we fall so much into routine. I remember not too long ago when the new Chick-fil-A opened in our county and it was in delivery range of where I work. And so I would order every day I was at work for almost a quarter of a year it was open. But, I know that's not good for me. And I know it's, all the drinking and, I wasn't being mindful of the calorie beverages that I was eating anymore. And I think part of it is too, when you gain weight from the medicine, beside, knowing the health effects, knowing all the issues that you have to work at combating it. Um, Without a doubt, you have to work at combating it. We talk about all these GLPs and all these medicines that are helping to combat the problem, but we don't, there's a part of me that doesn't want to inject myself with something for one reason or another. That's my point. But I just don't want to do that to myself. So, as we get into this time of year, there's things I want to do this year. There's things I need to do. There's reality, there's numbers, there's feelings. So when you get into, you're going to have, when I know I'm almost 3 months away from a doctor appointment, when I know that there's things that can be accomplished, achieved that I want to do, um, you know, then you want to do them. And I think that's the big thing about losing weight you know, is it something you want to do? Well, not always. It is something that you have to do. And if you do, then yeah, if you want it, you have to see what you want and see how easy it is. Know that you want to do it. Um, and regardless or not of if it's a weight problem, is it a food problem that can uh, cause the mood? And I think the biggest thing I didn't realize today was that I was at the Walmart and buying groceries for the month or week, and we walked past the iced tea, and it's been 3 years this upcoming week since I haven't had an iced tea or sweet tea for that matter. And I think the reason it scares me so much to even nowadays even think of sweet tea is because, I had a really bad meltdown at day services. That caused somebody to have to want to quit their job because of the way they reacted to me. And while that situation will never exist in a way that it did again, I want to be more preventative instead of just not caring about it because I don't want, number one, I don't want to set myself up for that. And number two, I want to show people how to live this life, how to be the best. And I've done that, over the past few years. Doing what I can do to show them that you can be autistic, and if you have the support or the want or the desire, you can live independently and you can have a job and things like that if the right things are done about it. But I think, it's part of that too is being mindful of the mood and being mindful also of maybe, hey, maybe I need to start eating, drinking the right things. Maybe I need to move a little more, but that'll come in time and things will happen. But I think for myself, it's the fact that I know I have to do it. There's no, it's not that it's what I want to do it, absolutely. But I know I need to. But if I don't want to, it's not going to happen. And I think it's getting to the point where it's both a want and a need. And if I have to have that fire in me to want to do it and have that inspiration to want to do it, or it's not going to happen. And I know I have to start doing right. I start thinking about numbers in my head where my weight was maybe a couple years ago, or maybe where it is today, or even where it was a year and a half ago. And I know I need to do better. And I've been in really higher places, but I don't want to be in a higher place than what I was before. I know I can do better. And I know if I do the right things, it will happen. Um, the reality is, I know I'll be taking the medicine that I have to take to have the thriving quality of life that I need. Whether anybody says I need it or not, I know I need it. The numbers, the blood work shows, the levels show, I know I have to do that. So it has to be on my part, at least for a little while, that I have to not only be mindful of food, not just for the mood, but also for losing weight, being healthier, and working at combat at not being at death's door. I think this year and past year has taught me so much about, the dangers of having high weight and having, not taking care of eating the right things and doing the right things, and what that can happen and how people can die and have heart attacks and things like that. And that's not something I want in my life. And I think I see it more and more every day. I see more and more of the issues that, being overweight can bring to the table. So I know I have to do what's right. Even though I don't want to, I have to do what's right. No matter how hard it is. It's important, not just for others, not just so the comments stop, not just so the looks stop or anything like that, but I have to do it for me, just like I've done with stopping the tea, stopping the heavy pop. And I know I can do it. I've done it before and I will do it again. And it will come in time. And I think I have to have the want and the desire to do it. And that is, what it is. It has to be that way, unfortunately. And, it'll happen in due time. I just have to be persistent and want to do it. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for listening. As always, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell if you want to hear when I come back across again. As always, be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, Pinterest, and TikTok. Those handles were all mostly at Dustin's Dynasty. I'm on the web. That address is www.dustinsdynastyusa.com. And lastly, if you haven't heard any address, you can go to my link tree where all my socials are, all my podcasting platforms, and all my other links. That is Dustin's Dynasty under Linktree. All right, well, have a good week, everyone, and take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. Remember, you matter, you are loved, and you are enough. And we'll have a good week, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.